Alright, so earlier today I went on a rant on Snapchat. By the way, if I keep looking down, it's because I'm doing some work in the process. But, I was just, complaining about how the Black Lives Matter movement has been demonized and called thugs by social media, news outlets, aka normal media, different things like that, based off of the fact that it's a group of African Americans, really people of African descent, um, you know, fighting for socioeconomic equality and institutional equality due to the fact that so many young African Americans are being persecuted, not officially, but in reality, they are being, in a way, targeted and profiled by the police of this country. I'm not saying all police officers are bad, the majority are good, but it's still happening. Institutional racism is a thing too. Banks deciding not to give people checks, affirmative action being viewed as reverse racism against whites when in reality it's not. So on and forth. Oh yeah, and to correct what I said earlier, not checks, but loans. They're all dandy about giving you checks if you don't really have much money in the first place. Credit cards, that's a big thing. They'll let you run up that probably a lot farther than most. But I mean that's just going on the side of banks. We can continue with judicial system. Usually African Americans are victims to a failing judicial system in these United States. I'm not saying the United States is bad. I love the United States. Heck, I want to serve the United States. I'm just being realistic here. We have a lot of issues and we need to fix them. I mean, yes, there's other things besides this, but these severely affects the community. These can lead to severe problems. Look at what's happening in Chicago, Illinois. It could lead to something could spark pretty much all out rebellion in reality. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, but trust me, you rub some brothers the wrong way, things can end up pretty bad. And this glare coming out of my glasses is bad. I gotta like look into the camera here. I'm sorry, let me readjust. So as I'm pretty much ranting on this, I'm gonna like to bring up the video, or not the video, but the current news with the Bureau of Land Management. That's a federal, you know, entity that's been taken over by a bunch of militiamen, white militiamen, armed with long rifles, as the media would put it. Usually like your typical AR-15 styled weapon, and maybe a version of the Kalashnikov AK-47, maybe some pistols, things like that. M16s, of course, non-phlegmatic issued, because all of these vehicles, again, not vehicles, weapons are renditions, because if they're all legal, they're not fully automatic. So, or, going to be civilian owned. Now, they have stormed a building, taken a federal building. That's considered treason. That is a treasonous act. Let's see, what else have they done? They've threatened officers with violent force. They've said that they will shoot officers if they approach the building and get into the building. If they try to breach the building. That is a direct threat. When you've got people like Tamir Rice who don't have a real weapon, not threatening the cops, and he gets shot, or any other African American for that matter who's either running away from the police or do not get in that serious of an altercation where they're threatening their lives directly or intentionally, and it's not just a gut feeling, they're telling you that they are threatening your life, then I'm sorry to say, but clearly there's something wrong. Then these militiamen are being viewed as patriots, but dare they be black, they would be thugs. I want that to settle in for a while. This is JDRC3, and as promised, I was going to provide some more videos like this. I'll see you later.